Hey, what's up, Stackers? In this video, I'm going to show you free resources that you can use to find and achieve product market fit. I'll talk about what product market fit is, how you can find out if you have it, and I'll even show you frameworks and tools that you can use to do all of this yourself. I'm Logan from Platstack, and here on the Stack It Forward playlist, I'm always showing off great stacks full of links and resources, and this stack is all about using market research data to create products and experiences that people L-O-V-E love. Are you ready? Let's jump in. To start unpacking how to find product market fit, we should probably first talk about what that really means. So if I take you into my stack, I have some definitions up here in the top, and let's just start with this Wikipedia definition. Let's see, Wikipedia defines product market fit as the degree to which a product satisfies a strong market demand. Okay. That's a pretty good answer, but I would like to go over a couple other definitions because there is ambiguity around this. David Rusenko is from Y Combinator, and he started a few different companies. He's talking here in a wonderful speech. You should see this entire thing, but he basically defines product market fit as make something people want. And he actually expands on this a little bit to say, make something that a lot of people want. And I love that definition. And man, it's so simple when David says it, doesn't it? And really, product market fit is that simple. You just need to be making products or services that people want. And if you're thinking at this point like, okay, well, why wouldn't I be making products and services people want? Then follow me over to this article because you're gonna think this is fascinating. This is Andreessen Horowitz, and there's really great information in here, but I'm just gonna reference a graph in this. Another great article to read. But this graph, it's a little blurry, so bear with me. Okay, of the top 20 reasons that startups fail, there's no market need for what they're building. That's the #1 reason. So if you're thinking like, why would I be building products and services that nobody needs? Take a look at this graph and then take a look at yourself and make sure that you're not one of these people, because it's unbelievable how big this group is. And it's a big problem that we need to solve. So product market fit really comes in here to save the day on that one. Really, it's just crazy to me to be thinking that there's all these people out there wasting energy building things that nobody wants. So, okay, how do you know what people want? Well, you have to ask them, but how do you know what to ask? To answer this question, I'll take you into this stack and we'll go into this blog article that we wrote on the Rocket Source blog about our journey finding product market fit at Platstack. And I'll start with Buckley's definition here. Basically, he says that product market fit is the starting point at which your core value proposition embodied in a product or service aligns with the core needs and wants of your target audience and is organically growing exponentially via word-of-mouth marketing. And that bit at the end there about exponential growth is key, because this is your viral coefficient, or how likely your product is to spread organically. And the fact is that if you're not seeing organic growth, then you're probably not seeing product market fit. And so to go over some of the other frameworks that we're using, I'll cover 3 different frameworks that we are using at Platstack that you can get started with. I'm guessing that you're familiar with this first one. It's Nps Scores, or the Net Promoter Score, where a brand comes and asks you how likely you would be to recommend their brand to a friend or colleague. And it's usually on a 1 to 10 scale. And so out of this, it seems like you might get some insightful information, but the fact is that a 1 to 10 scale is just not robust enough to be the sole determinant of your product market fit. So I've actually linked another blog post in here on the limitations of NPS scores, but I'll just say this for now. NPS is great, especially when used in conjunction with other frameworks, and so we'll go over some of those in just a second. The next framework that I would cover is basically the Sean Ellis question of how disappointed would you be? And like I said, this is a super long blog post, so give me just a second. Here we are. Sean Ellis is the CEO at Growth Hackers, and he asks his audience how disappointed they would be if they could no longer use product X. So we did the same thing at Platstack, and we said, how would you feel if you could no longer use Platstack? And the fact is that if you're not seeing 40% of your users saying they'd be very disappointed that they don't have your product anymore, then you don't have product market fit. Sorry about it. That's just the truth. And that's what Sean is saying. And you know, we really like Sean's question, and I think that it's pretty incredible what it can do. If I take you back over here, I'll show you this superhuman case study. I won't go too deep into it, but here's a great case study on how this question was able to guide success at Superhuman, and they really grew exponentially after they found product market fit. And so, great question. There are no silver bullets here though, and the truth is that it's not a one-size-fits-all situation, and this question works sometimes and other times it doesn't. And we would argue that it has the potential to offer up some false positives sometimes. So we do like to use this question again in combination with other frameworks. And that leads us down here. Let me go back into this article. Oh, let me just jump here. Let me skim until I find this. It's pretty far down here. But what I'd like to go into next is the L30 curve developed at Facebook. And it's also called the power user curve, but what it's going to enable you to do is compare what your users are thinking, saying, and feeling to what they're actually doing on your product. And so, yeah, you can see right here, this is cohort analytic data from Mixpanel, and it informs a chart that looks like this. And this is the power user curve. And you want to see this green line, this smile is what we call it. And when your power user curve is smiling, everything is great. Basically, if you track across the bottom, you're looking at number of days. So this is showing your daily active users on your product. And if you have a healthy number of users that are using your product on that right side of the graph, 26, 27, 28 days a month, those are your power users. And if you're seeing that green line and you're seeing power users, that's seeing product market fit. And to take this even a step further, you can really go in and target those people on the right side of your graph, those power users, ask them questions, find out what's working and what isn't, and then use those information to guide your product. Wow, okay, that was a lot of explanation. I just went over 3 different frameworks that can be used in combination to piece together your product market fit puzzle. Nps Scores, the Sean Ellis approach of asking how disappointed would you be, and the power user curve developed at Facebook. Now, how are you going to utilize these frameworks to find and achieve your own product market fit? Well, that's actually the easy part because we've already done most of the hard work for you. But before I show you exactly what to do, I have one thing to ask from you. If you're finding this video helpful, hit the like button down below. This will show YouTube that you like the video, and in turn, it will show it to more people so they can get helped out too. But okay, here's my tip for how you can start to accurately find and measure product market fit completely on your own. Follow me over to this link in my stack or jump over to freeproductmarketfitsurvey.com. And this is a tool that we built at Rocket Source Labs to make it easy for anyone to create their own custom survey completely for free. It includes questions from the 3 frameworks that I just mentioned, alongside 9 other questions for a total of 12 questions. And the questions in this survey were chosen methodically. Even the sequence in which they're ordered is intentional. Look, the heavy lifting has already been done here for you. We're combining some of the most brilliant thought leaders on product market fit. They're working their hats off to solve this problem. All you have to do is come in here, create your custom survey, share the survey link, and then check back to view the responses on the dashboard. All of the responses are analyzed like this, and then once you see those and you've analyzed your responses, you can start making intelligent decisions. So that's pretty much it from me today. If you're looking for even more information on product market fit and this survey tool, then check out this audio piece here from Buckley, and he explains this tool in more detail completely himself. So also, if you jump back over to my stack, there's some more resources here in the bottom. These videos are great and really great information here coming out of Y Combinator. So thank you guys so much for watching. Look, I hope you learned something today. And this is me. I'm stacking it forward with product market fit and freeproductmarketfitsurvey.com. I can't wait to see what you guys are stacking up. So until next time, happy stacking.